noticed as far as Ohio State was concerned is the offense getting off to a faster start. It ended up slowing down, and I think that Kevin Wilson, like we talked about last week, with this tempo offense, knowing that Army was going to want to chew up big chunks of the clock with this triple option, that they might have to slow it down a little bit. And it looks like they controlled the tempo a little bit. I wouldn't say slowed it down all the way, but they certainly did after they put a few points on the board.
So it was really telling early in the game, and we talked about this last week, what the approach would be offensively. So you're facing Oklahoma and you don't look good, and there are issues that have persisted now for 7 or 8 games going back to last year. Now you face Army, and no, you're not going to be able to prove to people that, oh, we fixed the offense because we just hung up 55 points on Army. That's not going to be accomplished. But what would be the approach to analyzing the issues? Would it be just, we're seeing the same plays, the same approach, the same scheme, so apparently they think the players aren't executing, and they've worked on execution this week in practice? Or they're thinking, hey, we're getting beat as coaches, and we were shown up last week against Oklahoma. We have to show some new wrinkles and do some different things with some different personnel. I think there was a combination of that, and I know that you had some really good observations in regards to wide receiver play.
I do, and I completely agree. I think that specifically against Oklahoma, we saw, like you and I mentioned, poor linebacker play, or not playing assignment football, or blown coverages. So that's something where we can say, hey, the players didn't execute. We can blame that on the players. And then as far as scheming is concerned, as far from the defensive standpoint about certain blitzes that did or didn't happen, and then obviously from the offensive side, not being as creative as we think they can be. But certainly on the wide receiver side against Army, we were able to see quite a few guys not only get some playing time, but really start making an impact. KJ Hill had a great game. It's somebody that we wanted to see step up, specifically since Paris Campbell has been coached to be one of the most dynamic playmakers on this offense. I would argue that J.K. Dobbins is, but Paris Campbell has a very important position in Urban Meyer's offense, and he also had a very great day. JT overthrew him early on, or else I think he could have made a bigger impact.